It's not a bad place to go.
They can't all be 5s.
That's true.
Hey everyone, Dana Lissie back for another Disney dining review.
Today we're doing something just a little different. We are incorporating our workout for the day with our dining review. And since the walkway between Poly and Grand is still a little questionable, we are going to park at Epcot. We're gonna walk all the way through Epcot, back the International Gateway, through the boardwalk to Hollywood Studios, around Hollywood Studios, and all the way back. And then we're gonna do our dining review at Sunshine Seasons.
The Floridian Way, the road that goes kind of from Reams Road, so like north side of Magic Kingdom around the west side of Magic Kingdom by the Polynesian Grand Floridian, the new island tower thing. That has been undergoing construction for quite some time. They're doing a whole lot of utility work, and I believe widening the road is the whole reason the walkway from Shades of Green is shut down now. So we travel that thing a couple of times a week, and it's like, holy cow, could this get any worse? So I think we're gonna have to start going a different direction. So all that to say, like walking between the Polynesian and the Magic Kingdom, or the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian, has been kind of a nightmare for the last several months. Sometimes it is closed, sometimes they open the walkway, but lately it's just not even worth trying. So Sunshine Seasons, the online menu, is not working right now. We have absolutely no idea what we're going to eat, nor what is available. This is a restaurant that we have eaten at before in the past. What we love about it is that there is plenty of seating. It is inside, and it is kind of food court-esque. So there is different options to choose from the windows.
We'll go into more details once we get there of what's available, because this is a quick service dining mystery.
What I've liked about it in the past is they have really good healthy options, at least in the past that they had. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited that it kind of fits well with the let's get on an exercise theme. So we're gonna do that and see how it goes. This is a really, really good option for a quick service meal. At least it has been in the past if you want something a little bit healthier in the air conditioning, and it's really well located in the Land Pavilion in Epcot, right where Soarin' is, Living with the Land. It's a good spot.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, there's only one thing left to do. Are you ready to go walk our heinies off?
Sweat our heinies off is what we're gonna do.
It is warm out there. At least it's not raining. At least there are blue skies right now. I gotta put some sleeves on, protect these tattoos, and we're gonna go do this thing. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do this. All right, we have arrived. Not the same experience as in the past. It has definitely changed. It is more grab and go, easier to make entrees, not quite the selection that we have experienced in previous trips, but nonetheless, what we got looks pretty good. So I got the vegetarian Mediterranean sandwich and a side of, it's like a cold pasta salad. This was $9.99. What did you get?
I got the Mongolian beef with fried rice. This is $13.49. The rice actually looks really good. The beef itself, like the mix itself, looked pretty good, but then whenever I cut into the meat, like they're huge, thick pieces, so I'm not sure how excited I am about that, but we will try it out and see. The flavors are pretty good. I would compare it to like mall Chinese food, you know, like if you have a local mall that you've gotten Chinese food in the past, well, the quality. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not the best Chinese food I've ever had either. So
Mine, the sandwich itself is actually really tasty. For $9.99, I really like that. It is pretty fresh bread. Everything is held together with a hummus, and it's got arugula and tomatoes and roasted red peppers on there. Actually pretty tasty. The side of pasta salad, not so great. But yeah, the sandwich, I'm a fan of.
all right, we're gonna eat this and we'll finish this up at home.
All right, we are back.
And hot and sweaty. If you are looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us over at Fantastical Vacations. We plan Disney destinations, Universal cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts.
So this was actually kind of fun because we parked in the Epcot parking lot. We walked through Epcot around World Showcase. We went left. We always go left. We get out of the International Gateway. We went around the long way of the boardwalk. So by Beach Club, Yacht Club, Swan and Dolphin, we took the pathway from the boardwalk over to Hollywood Studios. We got into Hollywood Studios. We went around Hollywood Studios. We went down Sunset Boulevard. We went around Mickey and Minnie's and through Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land and all that stuff. Over by Indiana Jones, back the walkway, back to the boardwalk, back through the boardwalk, went by the pool, which was lovely, went back into the International Gateway. We went left again to go over to the land and finally arrived over to Sunshine Seasons after about 5 3/4 miles. So we did have an appetite worked up.
Phew. That made me tired and hungry again. Let's just start off with ambiance. So because it's quick service, we don't do drinks at quick service locations unless they do something special. But
they have adult beverages here, but
Just
they're just
canned
cans.
stuff,
There's no draft or anything like that. There's no mixed drinks. So it's like cans of, I saw Corona, Yinling, High Alai.
they had grapefruit Hefeweizen.
They also had like Powerades, bottled water, and then fountain beverages, which we just got cups of ice water, which was perfectly fine.
All right, so as far as ambiance goes, literally as we were rating this, Dan goes, for the air conditioning alone, it gets a 4.
I'm gonna go on a limb right now and say of the standout thing that makes this like something to go, it's the air conditioning.
It really, yeah.
After 5 3/4 miles, which is like a park morning, like, I mean, if you're doing 12 miles in a day or 15 miles in a day, like that's pretty much a morning and like a mid-afternoon lunch. The air conditioning was nice. We were actually pretty chilly in there after walking around.
It was really nice. And I mean, as far as like we found a place to sit, there were a lot of people sitting around us that did not have food. That the lady right next to me, she was falling asleep. I think she just was waiting for her family, like
With her
taking a
fam.
little nap. So ambience gets a 4. Now theming.
Sorry, I would say it wouldn't get higher than a 4 because
No.
of like that. So
Yeah.
it was pretty crowded in there. There were a couple of tables, but out of a ton of tables, most of them were full, and a lot of them were not full with people that were actually eating there. Because, so the restaurant is off to the side, and the seating area is in the middle, so anyone can just sit down and post up, and they're not really monitoring that. So I'd say that gets a knock. The tables were a little close together; those get a knock. It wasn't anything super special in there, but the air conditioning is
Top notch. Theming. There really isn't any. I mean,
the sign. Does that count? There's a sign.
you know, it used to be because it was called Sunshine Seasons, and they used to have a lot of healthy kind of options and that kind of thing. So it kind of felt like it all went together. It also kind of felt like they were using a lot of products from the land, the Living with the Land ride, you know, like with vegetables and stuff like that. And I didn't get that feeling any longer. You know, I mean, theming is definitely a miss. It's just there. It's just kind of a run-of-your-mill cafeteria style place.
Yeah.
So we gave it a 2.
So service, there really wasn't any service either. So nobody's coming around to tables. Nobody's really greeting you like you walk up. There's a couple of grab-and-go cases. So the desserts, they have some salads in a grab-and-go case. The drinks are in grab-and-go cases. So nobody talks to you there. And then if you get in a line for one of the few actual lines where they serve you something, they just basically take your order and hand it to you. And then the cash registers, they weren't rude, but they weren't really friendly either. It was just like
they just kind of were doing their job. So
scan, pay, buy type of thing. So
nobody was like, "Hi, how are you today?" or anything. I mean, you know. So anyway, we gave service a 2 as well. Food. I think yours probably was better than mine. Mine was fine. Like, I probably wouldn't get it again. But one thing that I like about this place is that there are several different options. So if your family is having a hard time agreeing, there are multiple things that people can get at one location, different types of food. And so that I think is kind of a perk in this section. There were not a ton of vegetarian options. I didn't see a ton of like gluten-free, vegan options. So that I think you would struggle with if you had dietary restrictions. There might be a little bit of a challenge.
I could make it back there, but it wasn't overt.
Right.
By any stretch of the imagination. So there's basically, there was a salad, there's only 2 salads, so I want to say a salad case, but like a cold case that had salads in it. There was a dessert case. There was a line for sandwiches, which also had like pizza rolls in there. There was a line, and it had a roast beef sandwich, a vegetarian sandwich, the pizza rolls in there, a kid's meal in there. Then it was like a Chinese line, like a cheap mall Chinese food line. That's what you got. And then there was another hot line that had like salmon.
It was salmon with mashed potatoes or rotisserie chicken.
Different selection across different types of food, different types of cuisine, but also like not nearly the selection they used to have that I remember in here. And then also remember they used to have like kind of fun desserts, like that have different cupcakes. Like there would be like a specialty cupcake or something like when you walk in. I didn't see anything like that. That was more
I think those might be for festivals.
You think they still do it for festivals?
I think so, because I remember seeing them in foodie guides.
We're in between festivals right now, so maybe we'll get something here in a couple weeks when Food and Wine kicks off.
We're in Epcot Light right now.
You add all that up and you divide by 4, and it is a 2.75. Not the best. This is probably why we don't go here very often. But if you do want a great place to soak up some AC, and the price was actually pretty good. So it was $25 for 2 adult entrees. Granted, we had waters, but still, we were pretty hungry after that walk, and I left feeling good.
I feel like it's one of those places that gets the job done.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're hungry and you're there, it's not a bad place to go. So that's where I stand with that.
They can't all be 5s.
That's true. Well, if you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
We will see you on the next video.